Delarite, my MVVs, welcome. Dear Delarites, I don't know if you have ever heard about the story of Lisabi, okay? Lisabi, there is a movie also called Lisabi, okay? Lisabi happens to be the hero who led the Egba people to freedom. Why am I bringing this here? I'm bringing this here because for our children of today, we do not do history, okay? I thought that from time to time, I'll just add a bonus here, history for the children so that you can get the children to listen. And it's going to come from, the very best places as in, real history, okay? If you have seen the history of Lisabi, how he was betrayed and everything, just like, what they did to Olori Naomi. Now, let me give you this story. This story is an incredible story of a man whose bravery and leadership freed his people from oppression, and that man's name is Lisabi. This is not just a story of war, it's a story of resilience, strategy, and the fight for dignity. If you are a Yoruba person or love history, you will appreciate how one man changed the fate of his people forever. Now, who is Lisabi? Lisabi was a farmer and a warrior from Ibin, a town in present-day Abeokuta, Ogun State. He lived during the 18th century at a time when the Egba people were under the heavy control of the Oyo Empire, okay? The Oyos, a powerful kingdom, had made the Egba their subject, forcing them to pay heavy tributes and taking their young men and women as slaves. But among the Egba people was Lisabi, a man of vision, intelligence, and, courage. He could no longer watch his people suffer under oppression, but he knew that an open rebellion would be crushed by the mighty Oyo army. So he devised a brilliant plan. What was his plan? Lisabi understood their unity. Understood that unity was the key to defeating the Oyo, forces. He secretly organized a group called the Egbe Aro Society of Farmers. On the surface, it looked like a simple farmers association, but in reality, it was a well-coordinated resistance movement. He spread his message quietly, convincing Egba warriors and young men to join his, cause. One day, at the right moment, Lisabi and his followers struck. They launched surprise attack on the Oyo forces stationed in Egba territory. The battle was swift and fierce. The Oyo soldiers were caught off guard, and Egba warriors who knew the terrain well overpowered them. One by one, the Egba towns rose against the Oyo overload following Lisabi's lead. It was like a wildfire. The oppressors had underestimated the strength of a united people. After a series of battles, the Egba finally gained their freedom from Oyo dominance. The heavy tribute stopped and they could live as an independent people. But Lisabi's mission was not just about war. It was about securing the future of the Egba nation. He encouraged them to unite and build a strong society where no external force could easily oppress them. As with many great heroes, Lisabi's story did not end in comfort. According to legend, after leading the Egba to victory, he disappeared into the dense forest and was never seen again. Some say he died mysteriously. Others believe he ascended to the spirit world. But one thing is certain, his legacy lives on, okay? Now, the connection to the Yoruba freedom. Now, you might ask, how does this story connect to Yoruba freedom? Lisabi revolution was one of the first significant uprising against the Oyo Empire, and it set an example for other Yoruba groups. It showed that no empire, no matter how powerful, could hold people captive forever. The fall of Oyo control over the Egba was one of the cracks that led to the eventual collapse of the once mighty Oyo Empire. Today, the Egba people honor Lisabi as their liberator. In Abeokuta, the Lisabi festival is celebrated yearly to remember his courage and, sacrifices. So, Why is this important? So, as we reflect on this great history, let us be inspired to stand for justice, freedom, and unity in our own life. The spirit of Lisabi lives on in every person who dares to fight for a better tomorrow. What would you think about the courage of Lisabi? Or what do you think about the courage of Lisabi? Have you watched that movie before? I know that a lot of people watched and loved the movie. I do know that some people got very sad because he was betrayed at the end of the day. But of course, yes, Lisabi was that courageous, Yoruba man that, helped to bring down the Oyo Empire with all the ills that they did to, the Egba people. I'm going to bring you more history. I hope that you love this history about Lisabi. I read about it. I really loved it. And I said, I'm going to share it to my own very daily rights. I'll bring you more. I appreciate you. Thank you.